I'm giving it up for your love.
Jay, are you on microphone 4?
Who dat?
My ear is on the microphone, see?
There you go. All right.
I got my ear to the mic. Right?
Delbert McClinton.
Sounds like, is that a remake of an old soul song, or is that...
I don't know. That's
I mean, it sounds like an old soul song.
It really does. I thought
maybe
it
that's
was,
what they wanted it to be.
Well, maybe it is. Hold on a second. Well, so I saw the cat was not here today?
Not here today, no.
He's all right, I take it? I mean, he's not...
No, sometimes he has other commitments.
Yeah, he's the mayor, Jay.
Well, I know, but he could be like in one of those minimum security golf
Holding
prisons
cells?
or some kind of a thing. No. The things
Golf
where they...
prisons?
Well, you know, where they...
Yeah, that's a good assumption. He's not here, so he must be in golf prison.
Well, you know, you don't know, because, you know, they always get good... The politicos always get the best place. They get to go out and... No, I'm just kidding. Sylvester's in good shape. Let's hope he's not injured or anything. He's usually here. Well, anyway, doesn't matter, does it? It's the Brain Boys on KDHX. Here's one of them.
Oh,
That's the first one. On KDHX thing list. And
Jim, Jay, Mike.
And Mike. Mike seems preoccupied.
I'm trying to get this thing to work. I think what we'll have to do is hit it here and then hit
What-
the play
what
button
thing?
on it. CD 1 and 2 doesn't seem to want to recognize the Warren Zevon.
1R2?
1 or 2.
Huh.
Why don't you
But
try
I just
3?
tried something. I just tried something here, and it
Why don't you
it
try
seemed-
3?
Because I don't need to.
Oh. Better to
Why
light...
don't you let me
one-
finish a sentence?
Better
before
to
you-
light one little candle than curse the darkness. If 1 and 2 don't work, you go to 3.
But that's only one, Jay.
What? What do you mean?
3 is one.
3 is 1.
You
What do
need
mean?
more than one CD player to do a radio show.
But it's always 2.
2 is always
It's
2.
always
It is, but we don't have 2.
That's true.
Well, I got 2. I don't know how many you got.
2 what though? You got 2. You got 2 of everything.
Well, that's true. You got a point.
Anyway, you got 2 of things that some people only have 1 of.
And and Cookie Thorpe had none of.
Yeah, huh?
And Cookie Thorpe had none. No, it wasn't Cookie Thorpe. It was Tangy.
Jim Thorpe.
Had
no, not
who
Tangy.
was it that didn't have anything?
I don't even remember. Her
That
name.
was. Oh, come on. You know who it was.
I
W.
know it's a gal from Rhode Island. I can't remember her
right.
name.
Oh, you got to remember her
I
name.
can't remember. I don't remember her name. My God.
You.
I can see her her colostomy bag. I mean her face.
I was going to
but
say.
It was. I
this
don't
is a
know.
woman
It
you
was.
fooled around with this woman, and
was-
she had no.
I.
You know what? And you can't remember her name. I can remember her name,
She
Jim.
didn't
I'm
have
sure.
an anal sphincter.
Well, exactly. So you don't remember this?
I do remember it, but I
I
don't remember her
remember-
name.
How could you not remember the name of somebody? I mean, those are 2 very intimate things you know. First of all,
Yeah, I know.
a little,
I was concentrating
what?
more on that bag, what was her name? I don't remember.
I'll remember it.
Oh, sure you will.
Well, wait a minute. You just jumped on him for not remembering the
But
woman's
I
name.
wasn't the one.
He wasn't
but
there.
I wasn't. I never met her, and I certainly didn't shack up with her.
Well, maybe he shacked
You
up
would
with
think
a
that
lot of
somebody
people that
remembered. You would think somebody
had colostomy bags.
But you'd
That's
still
a turn-on
remember-
for him.
But you'd still remember.
It is? When did this happen?
Suggestion. Maybe it was a turn.
This was a bad, a horrible mistake.
She's a woman who was born with all of her organs reversed or something.
Yeah, all of her organs were
Or
reversed.
something was weird about it.
No, that was it. Her heart was over here, and her appendix was here.
Then her, you know what, should have been in her forehead.
That's right. It should have been, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And the other one wasn't even there at all. So
It would have made wearing hats a lot more fun.
would have.
It
Yeah,
would've.
that's for sure.
All right.
You wouldn't need the fur linings. I'm not supposed
You're on the air.
Mike, Jim, and Jay. I'm flying all over.
Hey, how are you, Cal? we were just worried about you. We thought you were out playing golf in one of those federal prisons where they send all the politicos.
No, man, I'm just flying over St. Louis, hovering
Okay.
over the lovely city of Pine Line.
Well, make sure you come over this way and sprinkle a little gold dust our way too.
Don't you hear my bell is ringing?
Yeah,
It
what'd you-
means I need to button up my seat belts.
What's you sleeping in the car last night? Is that what it is?
No. We're flying over St. Louis.
Oh, there you go. I think I see him now. Out the window there.
We got an annual cleanup day going throughout the city. So
good.
what's
Okay.
going on.
Cool.
So when you promised to clean up the city if he became elected mayor, this is what you were talking about, isn't it?
There you go.
There you go.
Except I don't think you should do it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't think you're going to get much participation.
Maybe not, but it'll be cooler.
Yeah.
It would be cooler. He'll be doing it all himself. Oh, well, that's the trouble with being a mayor. You just do it yourself.
Good to hear from you, Ken.
Hey, he didn't hang up on it.
Yeah, he hung up on it. He hung up on it.
At least we know he's safe.
Yeah.
He's safe out there. He's such a regular. When he doesn't show up, you worry about it because he's here virtually every week. This guy gets up he comes here at 4 o'clock in the morning just because he loves community radio.
He comes here the same time that the noodle place opens up.
That's true. 4 o'clock in the morning
and closes
because he loves community radio.
That's right.
I get a chance to hear about the last half hour of the show on my way in. That's about it. I cannot make myself get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, even for the cat.
Yeah,
he plays great stuff. Anyway, this is the Brain Boys again, KDHX. It's about 6:15 on a Saturday morning. And
where's Albers?
Albers, Missouri.
Oh, it's near Joliet.
Illinois. Never heard of it. What happened in Albers?
Oh, a guy got a year in jail for the tainted chicken incident.
What was that?
I don't know. That's the headline.
And what reason?
The tainted chicken incident. All right. He cut corners and lied to federal food authorities about shipping tainted chicken to Illinois schools. Isn't that nice?
He was also the guy who ran the contaminated meat factory, the one that they had in. What was that guy? Who was that?
They said 170 students and teachers got sick in Joliet.
Well, that's not good. Well, who was it? Jerry Van Everett. Wasn't it with a contaminated meat plant? Wasn't that a contaminated meat factory? It was in one of his books.
Yeah, something like that.
I guess that was the same guy who had the tainted chicken plant.
Yeah, probably the same guy.
Yeah, whatever. What did he get for it?
A year.
Probation or
a year in
hard
jail.
time?
Yeah, you're in jail.
In Joliet?
I don't know where they're going to put him.
That's where Richard Speck was.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they'd put him in Joliet.
Yeah, you would know that, Jay.
Wouldn't put him in Joliet for tainted chicken.
It depends on the age of the chicken. If it was a very young chicken, he might do time in Joliet.
I don't know.
Anyway.
That's a year and a day, yeah. He's probably spending it in the workhouse. You know,
he's at the golf prison.
Golf prison. No, I don't think so.
What? No, wait. Why do they give you a year and a day? What's the purpose? There's got to be a legal reason for that. I mean, I'm sure
that it's more than a year.
Well, what does that mean? Who cares? Unless there's
I don't care.
There's probably a legal reason why that. So you
could
say he spent more
than
tax
purposes.
So they could say, well, he spent more than a year in prison.
I guess so. Maybe if you only spend a year in prison, it doesn't count. I don't know.
I don't know. I know there's a reason for it. There must be.
There must be. Let's see. The judge. He took his sterling record and personal background into account, with a sentence lighter than the 18-month minimum suggested.
For tainted chicken.
Tainted chicken.
Oh my God. Anyway.
That ain't chicken. It's beef. I don't know. Mike, I saw not Captain America. Team America.
Did you see the unrated version?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, I did.
It was disgusting.
It was funny as hell.
Oh, absolutely.
It was
just that
whole
romantic
bedroom scene. Oh my God. It was like it just kept going and going, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse. It was.
There's nothing they didn't do in this
show. This is the puppet movie.
Are these the South Park people?
Yes.
That did this?
Are they the people that did it?
Yes. This is Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Wow, it was so funny. It was just funny. I mean, the whole thing was actually, I liked it a lot. But a very memorable bedroom scene between these two puppets. I was like, oh my God.
You have to see this, Jay, but you have to see it at night. When the kids are,
you don't want the kids walking in.
Well, yeah, except that my son already told me there's nothing he doesn't already know, so I guess.
So you can't. You weren't able to have the talk with him, huh?
No, because of course he knows it all.
Well, he knows it all. He's a teenager.
He knows everything.
He knows everything.
If he knows everything now, when he gets to be 16, I mean, 3 months
Oh my
from now.
God, Jay! How can there be anything more that he? That implies that he doesn't know something. So I think you're treading on dangerous ground here.
I couldn't imagine the things he knows.
So. Well, I mean, how old? He's 15.
15 and a half. He'll be 16 in November.
I mean, when I was 15, I'd been, I've been sleeping with the neighbor girl for a year.
Braggart.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, that just shows you how much they do know.
Except she never removed her top.
She taught me everything.
She never removed her top.
I didn't know anything when I met her.
I guess you didn't know that.
No, she never.
Huh?
I did know that.
Well, you didn't. Well, but she never removed it.
It's not required.
No, it isn't, but it's odd.
It is odd. I always thought it was odd.
But you don't need that part to make connection.
No, you don't. So but it's a nice aspect.
It's a nice aspect, but just going by her wishes. She didn't want to take it off, so it was fine with me. I was having fun.
I still think it's weird. I still think it's weird.
Well,
what would you? Okay, so you would then not do it?
I think at 15 it was.
You would not
14.
do it. You'd say, "Oh, well, you're not going to say I'm not going to do this."
At 14 or 15,
it's ridiculous.
It was a little odd.
Well, it's odd at any age.
It's well, I know, but it's odd. Even messing around with somebody when you're 14 is weird because
Why?
Yeah,
well, I
it
don't know.
is.
It's too young, and besides that, it's one of the indications of sociopathy.
Oh, well, that's me then. I guess that's me all over.
No, you're not a sociopath, but you certainly had that in your. You had at least one of the marks of it in your past.
But starting at 14.
Yeah.
Well, I told you I didn't know anything. She taught me everything I know. So she must have started a lot earlier
Well,
than
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Well, that's part of one of the. If you're scanning for antisocial personality,
That's me. I'm
Well,
antisocial all
because you have
over.
to have other ones too in
Do I?
different categories.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But this is one of them.
So just one doesn't count.
One doesn't count, but it piles up if you start
Well,
getting the other
it's
one.
not piling up. I don't have any of the other.
Well, you don't. But anyway,
Were you not expecting it to be as graphic as it was, that particular scene in Team America?
I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't. I
Okay, I thought I
definitely
gave you
didn't think it
enough
would go
clues.
that
Maybe I
far.
didn't.
No, I didn't
Okay.
think it would go that far.
Okay.
I mean, it was like it started out, real nice and, the normal relationship kind of thing with puppets, and then it just kept going and escalating, and it was like, and eventually it was just it. They took it over the top. Jay, is what they did. Yes, they did.
Yeah. She gave him a Woody.
Yeah. That's right. They were puppets, weren't they?
Yep.
No, he gave her a Woody.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. But
do I get the crash again?
Yeah,
They're
there you go. Okay.
Their puppets are not claymation. It's actually
Puppets. Yeah, carved. Well, I don't know what
kind
they're
of things. Yeah.
they're on strings. It's amazing what they did with them, though. Actually,
Yeah, it is.
Some of the action scenes. It was actually pretty good, and their their whole face. You don't see the lines in their jaws anymore. They're covered with some sort of latex, I guess. So that their mouths just kind of move like that, and you don't see the lines of the jaw moving up and down. So they look a lot more real when they're talking. It's just funny though. It's just if you ever have a chance,
You've got to, Jake.
yeah, you would. It's ooh.
If you can't get away from the kids, at least get the rated version.
Okay.
It'd be R-rated, but they'll probably trim a couple of those.
No, you don't want to get the R-rated version. You want to get the other version, the non-rated version.
But you have to be, don't.
And they can't rate it X because it's not people and they're not really having sex.
Yeah, there's
so.
really no penetration being shown. See, that's the thing.
But you don't have to have that for an X rating or an NC-17. I mean, you don't have to actually show it. It's
puppets.
You do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, in order to get an X rating, that's what it is it shows.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. Okay, now, 30 years ago, you might have had a point. Because Last Tango in Paris did not show
right. I was just
penetration.
Thinking, I was just
but
thinking
they
of
still.
last. I was exactly thinking of that.
But it was adult
Yeah,
things.
but
They weren't
that's
as progressive then.
30,
as we
40
are.
years ago, right?
Well, I know, but I don't even. You don't
That's
even see the
1972,
X-rated.
73, somewhere.
Well, you
along.
don't see X-rated movies. Do they even have X-rated anymore?
Sure. Are you kidding?
When have you ever seen one?
Well, you have to buy them online.
No, I mean,
Mhm.
but those are no. They don't. I'll tell you, no. Jenna Jameson movies don't go before the MPAA board to see what kind of rating they're going to get. We already know what they're going to get.
Okay.
It's not. They don't rate it X. There's no little thing on there that says here this rating is X. I think NC-17 is the worst you can get.
Through the Motion Picture Association,
That's
yes.
what I mean.
But like you said, those films don't go through the Motion Picture
Right, but they don't rate them X
And they don't
either.
need to.
But they're not rated
But they
X.
don't need to because you go into an adult video
That's
store,
my
you're going to
point.
presume that
You know
everything
they're
is-
all X.
That's my point. So I'm back to my original thought. When was the last time you ever saw a real X-rated movie anywhere?
I've never been to a theater to see an X-ray.
I've never seen one in the paper though. Where they even rate them as X.
Beyond the Valley of the Dolls
Well,
was rated X.
there's no X-rated theater around here
Well, you
anymore.
can show an X-rated theater at a regular multiplex. You just have to call it X.
Nobody's gonna.
But I'm telling you,
Nobody's
that's
gonna
my
put
point.
that up there.
This is my point. There is no meaningful X rating anymore.
Oh, all right.
Because the only thing that would be considered X if it were at a multiplex is probably going to be shown in some dimly lit,
Did you watch? Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's his name? A Pee Wee Herman type movie theater.
Yeah.
Which we don't have any here anymore.
It's not on the other side of the river. Isn't the Colony still there?
I don't think so.
Is that gone?
I've never seen it in the paper.
Did you watch the a couple of Christmases ago? I gave you a DVD box set. And one of the movies was The Street Fighter with Sonny Chiba.
Yeah, it's in yeah.
That was rated X when it first came out because of the
Violence,
violence.
right.
Yeah, people weren't used to seeing people get castrated in 1974.
Well, I'm still not used to seeing that.
But what about what's his name? Caligula was.
Caligula, very good. That's a good one. But now it's NC-17, I think.
That's what I'm saying. They don't use the X rating anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
Well,
But they
they
did
should.
then.
Whatever.
See, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls was rated X when it first came out.
That wasn't too bad.
No, and nowadays it's NC-17. On the film box, it's NC-17. I haven't seen a whole lot of those. I think Henry and June was NC-17.
Yeah, and not Salt and Sea, Sargasso Sea.
Oh, I didn't
It
see
was
that.
out, and also the Unbearable Lightness of Being was NC-17.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good movie.
Nowadays, I don't think they use the NC-17 much, at least on video and DVD releases. They just say unrated,
Right.
the unrated version. And that's what attracts people to get
But there's probably nothing to it. It really it's just a ploy now. I don't think they do anything more. I mean, they call it adult or no rating or unrated version. It was probably the same thing as the other one. They just put a couple extra scenes.
That's
in
it. That's it.
But
That's-
it could be scenes of somebody scratching their nose.
No, it isn't. It's that extra. You have to see Team America. You have to see the unrated version to see what we're talking about. They would stop it at a certain point if it were R-rated, but they let it go on to.
Did you see the R-rated version?
No,
Well, how do you know what was taken out then?
because Walmart only sells the R-rated version,
Yeah, but how
and they
would you
don't
know?
say they won't sell anything that's unrated
No.
But how would you even know which scenes were deleted?
because those are the scenes that make most sense to be
Yeah,
deleted.
but that doesn't mean anything. You have to look at the two of them together. You'd have to look at the one movie and then watch it again with the no rating. And
Okay, I'll tell you what. You buy the R-rated version, bring it in, and we'll swap out for a
Okay.
week, and then I'll
There
look
you
at
go.
yours. You look at mine, so to speak.
Wait a
No,
minute.
no,
And then you-
Wait
Yeah,
a
so to
minute.
You've seen one boil. I'm sorry. You've seen one cyst. You've seen them all.
Yeah, right.
Here's some R-rated or X-rated stuff here in the outdoor catalog
What's that?
from Bass Pro Shops. It's deer scent. It's called Come Here Deer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you get a whole quart for $15. Come here, deer. I love it.
Oh,
And then there's the translator grunt call,
That's not, yeah.
which you got to have.
Which is after the Come Here Deer.
I guess, yeah, that certainly is. It's only $10 for that. That's a pretty good deal. Well, you just anything your little hunting heart desires, right there, Jay.
So I never hunted in my life.
Oh, me neither.
you know, Jay, we have a picture here of a Paleosaurus that lived during the Jurassic period.
Huh?
It's wearing a yarmulke, and they call it the Jurassic period.
The Jurassic period.
And Dr. Charles Day says it's the most ridiculous things he's ever heard because members of the Trachodon dinosaur family, everybody knows they were Catholic.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They just making that assumption.
Yeah,
Do you remember
the
that-
yarmulke.
Oh, great. Oh, that's terrible. Remember, wasn't it National Lampoon that did a whole thing on dinosaurs one time?
I didn't catch it if they did.
This
Oh
great,
yeah, it was the mastodon.
the mastodon.
Yeah, the mastodon and the
otherwise known as the Dunder lizard.
Dunder
And it's
lizard.
like doing you know what and running off a cliff.
Yeah, sort of like a lemming and
Yeah.
a 12-year-old kind of combined.
That's how they became extinct.
Yeah, there was all kinds of. I can't remember anymore.
That was
a
the one-
memorable. That was a
the most
memorable. one.
memorable one.
Here's a Jack Russell Terrier that does artwork. Jay, here's
Oh.
an example of his artwork. He bites the canvas, and this is what comes out.
I think it'd be better with their tail. Dip their end of their tail and paint.
Well, he's not painting though.
Wag.
These are teeth marks. And what's even more amazing is that people are buying them.
Well, they should get a pair of jean shoes that the dog chewed up. He's got teeth marks in those too. So,
Well, what do you think you can get for 'em?
I don't know.
He's
Okay, what
selling
does he
his
get for
paintings
it,
for
too?
$100 a piece.
The dog has?
Yeah.
Does he know how to make change? What if you gave him a...
No, you have to have exact change with a dog.
I bet if you give him a 10, he wouldn't know the
You
difference.
don't think you know the difference? Okay.
Fold it over, just the 1 and 0 show.
Yeah.
Here's your 100, Rover. I don't think it's going to work.
Well, it's working for
I
him.
guess so.
People are basically honest. They'll give him the hun.
You know what we could do?
What?
We could start just biting our own canvases and saying it's the dogs. We'll do some, we'll do Dog forgery.
A knockoff. Dog knockoff.
A forgery, yeah, knockoff forgery. You know, just
Sounds
you
good.
can chew it up, chew the canvas up, and sell it for $100. I undercut him for 90,
There you go. 99.
99.
99.
Oh wow. What else you got in there, Mike?
Oh, it says here that in This Week in History, now this is according to the World Weekly News, that this is a man who claimed, this is 1987, a man who claimed to be a descendant of Nostradamus woke from a deep 234-year-old coma and predicted the extinction of the dodo bird. A little late, dude, said the attending nurse. Looks like you're the dodo. These things are already gone. And now he's changed his name to Yestradamus because
Yes.
all of his predictions have already happened.
Ah,
You
I
know,
see. Well,
it's
that's,
easy to predict the past, you know.
well, yeah. I mean, he's 100% right.
Yep.
That's good.
And
Except,
Shakespeare's
well, I don't know, not necessarily 100%. There's all that revisionist history and all that stuff. You really wouldn't know for sure.
Well, if everything he says has already come true, then
Yeah, but
he's
we
100%
don't. Because,
right.
But no, it isn't, because remember we already determined that revisionist history could be wrong. I mean, it could be a change from the real history.
Well, we
So,
wouldn't know that.
With revisionist history, he wouldn't be 99%. He would be right, but not 99% of the time necessarily, or 100% of the time. Could be 99 if you take the revisionist position as being accurate.
Okay, Jay.
I just wanted to let you know it's not as simple as
Whatever
you put
say.
it. So you simplify everything.
Whatever he says, right,
Yeah,
Mike?
yeah, let's
Yeah.
You
just
just
agree and move
simplify
on.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
says
It would be a
Shakespeare-
lot easier if you just agree with me, Jay.
Who's the page 5 honey?
No,
Now-
I'm past page 5. Let's
Well,
see.
how about the back page, back cover?
That's and the back page refers us to page 5 honey.
I was watching
Oh, the girl next
roadside.
Not next door to me, that's for sure. I
door. We
wish.
should have a colostomy bag.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
you're saying what, Jim?
I was watching. Oh, I'm bleeding. I was watching the show from Channel 9 called Roadside Attractions, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's got a big long title. I can't think of the name, but who turns up on it but Bill Christman
Really?
and the his place up there, the Mirth, Mayhem, and
Madness.
Madness, yeah.
The
up-
City
up in
Museum.
the City Museum,
Oh.
yeah. They go to the City Museum to talk to him about the Carn Dog Museum. And he takes him through the whole history of Carn dogs, you
Right,
know,
right.
on the air. So,
He was doing that a long time ago.
oh, I know. That's
So this
that's-
is on TV.
this was well. This is an old episode. It was in '98, I think.
Oh, you said on the air, but I thought so. You meant on TV?
well, yeah, I recorded it
On the
off of the air. Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, when you think on the air, I think of the radio, and I think about
No.
the tube because you know.
No. Television's on the air.
Yeah, but you don't think of it.
Here
that
we
way.
go.
You don't really think of it that way.
It's not really, Jim.
But I'm just saying we don't use it that way. We don't really use it that way anymore. Do you, Mike? If you said, "Hey, it's," you know, I recorded it off the air. Do you think about it on TV? What would you think about? I think about radio.
I mean, if you're recording
Well-
a signal that's coming over an antenna,
Yeah, but we don't use it that way. I'm
Well,
just saying. We
maybe
use it-
you don't, because you're all powerful and all
No,
knowing.
it's not that.
The great and powerful schnoz.
Yeah, the great and powerful Schnober.
Yeah, I don't think you're right, but it's okay.
You never think I'm right.
know,
So
that's
what
true.
difference does that make?
That's right. So
It
go
makes
ahead.
no difference whatsoever. Well, I just thought it was neat that he was on. And of course, you know, they showed the outside of the City Museum. It didn't have Monstro City or any of those things outside built in onto it yet. So,
Right.
so they had to go back.
Actually, my son ran off with the Carn dogs.
He ran off with the Carn
when he
dog?
first did the first time he did that display was at the Elliott Smith Gallery
Uh huh.
in the West End.
Yeah.
But he had the whole corn dog thing set up in there. That was
Yeah.
his whole thing. And he had about 8 corn dogs on a tray.
Uh huh.
And Tori, for some reason, he was about 5. Just grabbed
Hungry.
him, started laughing. He didn't eat him. He just grabbed him, started laughing, and ran out the door with him.
Well, all
We
of
caught
them?
him. Well, as many as he could grab. We put him back. It was fine.
Oh, that's nice.
He didn't get hurt. I mean, he didn't hurt
Yeah.
them or anything.
Yeah. Well,
Pronger trade rumors?
Oh yeah.
Who
Oh
they
yeah.
tell you?
Haven't you heard?
No, I thought
Oh
they
yeah.
wanted-
They've been talking about that since they reorganized.
I thought they wanted to keep him.
No,
build
they
it.
don't have enough money. They're better off trading him to somebody, because if they don't keep him, they have to buy his contract out,
No, they're going to buy his
and they won't
contract.
get anything for him.
He's already on a rollback. He's going to be making $7 million or whatever. If they
Well,
can
they're all on a
afford-
rollback.
Yeah, no, we could afford $7 million.
Yeah, but he doesn't want $7 million. He wants.
We can't
8
get. Well,
million, they're
nobody's
not-
going to give him. They got to accept. Nobody's
Well, I
going to
know
give him
it's
that.
nuts. I mean,
But nobody will do that.
well, if he likes it, he should stay here then.
So he's the one that wants to leave?
Well,
I don't think so. I think
They had
he
no
wants to stay.
comment when they said whether they're going to move Pronger or not. Okay, but you know the reports were that they, you know, They gave him an offer of $7.22 million. Is that not enough?
No, wait a minute though. Well, he's already on a contract. It's a rollback, isn't it? Or is this a new contract?
No, it's I mean, he was up for. I think he was up for free agency this year anyway.
I mean, who's going to give him 10 or 12 million? That would be a third of
their salary.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think they do it. And I guess there's no way around it. You know, the cap.
The cap, no.
There isn't, and I think there's sort of a way around it with other considerations or something.
Well, can they do things like? I mean, can they give him a salary cap, acknowledge the salary cap, then give him $1 million a day per diem or something for food or whatever? I mean, they can do anything.
Yeah, they can do anything.
Ultimately, they'll do anything they want to do.
Right. That's pretty much what it is. But
it's like when they came back after World War II. Remember when the government said you couldn't? They limited the cost of a sale of a car because everybody wanted to buy cars. And they had a whole lot more demand. They had cars. So they said you cannot go above the set price of the car. You can't negotiate. If you have 10 people waiting for cars and only 3 cars, you got to still stick with the exact
original
price of the car.
You can't gouge people for.
However, what they did is they made it. The people bought a $3,000 6-pack of Coca-Cola, and they got the car.
Really?
Seriously, that's how they did
wow.
it. It was a constant problem. Seriously, after World War II, my dad even told me about that when he got back.
$3,000
or whatever,
or something. Just another.
If you were willing to,
so you can't gouge them on the car, but you can on the Coke.
You could, if you buy a $3,000 6-pack of Coca-Cola, you will. What?
This ear's out. It keeps cutting in and out, so it sounds like you're echoed almost.
Well, we're coming up on a pledge drive. We'll get some new ones.
Yeah, right.
Well, anyway, if you bought a $3,000 6-pack of Coca-Cola, then you could buy the car at the
I
price.
see. Sounds like a bargain to me.
So, it's a good deal.
Coke's really good.
No. Anyway, so what else? Anything else exciting?
I'm just.
Yeah, Shakespeare's been translated to hip hop for today's students.
Wow.
Do they show it?
Yeah, they got some examples here from Romeo and Juliet. Here's what they're saying now. Yo, Trip, what whack light through yonder window is booyah? It be the east and Juliet is my son, sweet, fly, deaf, honey, word.
I like that.
Okay.
That's nice.
Now, this is from Julius Caesar. Homeboys, brothers, and players, what's up? Dig. I'm here to put the dude Caesar in the boneyard, not to be down with him. True that.
It's got potential.
And from Hamlet, to bail out or not to bail out, that be the buzz. Whether it's fat to be tripping to catch the vapors of this big spinning cheese, or for shizzle, grab the bling bling, bounce back to the crib, and just be chilling.
Oh, yeah.
That goes on to say the same company.
Bill is turning over his grave.
Yeah, it says future plans for this company are to do a hip-hop version of the Bible as well.
Wow.
That's nice, too.
I think
I like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch it, but I like it.
I mean, I guess it was a one-shot joke on Airplane, but nobody ever carried it to extremes. That was the only problem. They should have carried it to extremes like everything else we do.
Well, they, yeah.
Gosh, you're Mr. Excitement.
I am. I don't know what it is. I had enough sleep last night, too. I don't know what it was. My brain isn't connecting this morning. So.
Here's some interesting trivia. It says the average Three Stooges short film was made for around $16,000. Fascinating, huh?
Well, that's because the Three Stooges only wanted like $100 an episode.
I doubt that they had too many retakes. Do you think?
No,
I would think not. No, they made about 200 film shorts. It says here.
Yeah, but they didn't make much on each one. I know. That's why they liked them so much, because they didn't have to pay them.
That's true. That's why they lasted as long as they did. And then Mo was real money savvy, and he invested real well. So he spent the last days of his life as an extremely wealthy man.
Even though they only got a little bit per episode. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he knew how to invest.
Right.
And it says here, more potato chips consumed in the year 1972 than any other year ever.
Why?
I don't know. If you can believe this paper. I always do. Because,
I believe everything. Wait. Hold that up again.
I'm sorry.
No, the back cover. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the page 5.
So where's the page 5?
Let's see. I think
it's the same
page
picture,
17.
It's the same picture, though.
Yeah, is it
the same picture?
It is.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, my God. That's bad.
No, wait, no, it isn't. I mean, it's the same girl, but look at the pose. Okay, here with the arm around
her arms.
Her
Arms are up. Okay, fine. Well, that's what I wanted to see, was her armpit.
Yeah.
That's what gets me.
All right, you want to play Mr. Bad Example?
We can do that, and we'll follow up with another request from last week.
So that's
Or 2
the
weeks
U.S.
ago.
World News and U.S. News and
It's
Weekly
not U.S.
World
News and World
Okay,
Report. No, it's
Weekly
not
World.
that.
Okay.
Not when I'm
We'll
used
follow
to
up
it.
with Wesley Willis. Somebody said you haven't played I Whooped Batman's Ass.
Okay.
Me, just so we'll
All right,
do that
that's
too.
fine.
All right, let's see if we get this right now. Warren Zevon, KDHX St. Louis. There you go, Jay.
Wake up, Jim. Reveille.
What?
You missed a news item.
I did. What?
I'm gonna find it now.
Uh-oh.
But
Something
By the way, we didn't
interesting?
find the Wesley Willis. We'll have to bring that in next week.
okay. Listen to this. This is great. This is perfect. A Stoddard County man who was run over by a train after falling asleep on the tracks sued Union Pacific and 3 employees for negligence Friday. Clanton E. Perry was walking along the
Why?
tracks in Stoddard County when he lay down and fell asleep on the tracks.
Well, there's a good
The suit
idea.
says. A Union Pacific train ran him over, injuring him so badly that his leg had to be amputated above the knees. Perry then sued Union Pacific and 3 of its employees in St. Louis Circuit Court.
That means he's going to win.
Yeah.
No, but it's a stupid. I mean, it fell down.
I throw it out of court. I'm a judge. I
You
would
are?
throw it out of
Oh
court.
yeah, that would be in the
Who
that would be
wouldn't?
thrown
Anybody,
out
but
in
they
the.
don't.
But I would.
I know you would, but you're not a judge. So
Well, you
it
should
doesn't
run
matter
for
what.
judge.
run for judgeship
And
then.
I have to be a lawyer
But
first.
they do it
Do
all
you?
the time.
Is that a requirement?
I believe that is a requirement.
No,
I
that's
don't think so. I
ridiculous.
think you'd be a judge not being a lawyer. It's tough to get
I
appointed.
don't think so.
He'll
You do it,
argue
Jay.
anything.
Yeah, it
He'll
doesn't
argue
matter.
anything. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just to take the other position. That's all there is.
That's not true.
Why would he lay down and fall asleep on a railroad
That was
track?
my point. Of all things, and then blame the railroad for
Yeah,
not.
it's their fault.
Yeah, right.
It's their fault.
That he
See,
decided-
that's the problem today. Nobody takes responsibility for their actions anymore. It's always somebody else's fault. You know? That's the whole problem, Jay.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
it is.
We have a call.
It's one of the problems. How you run the air?
Yeah, they need to. They're going to force the railroads to rename those rail beds that they call
Rail beds, I see.
See, he thought the rails were a bed.
I see. They thought
Redhead.
it was a rail bed. So now they'll have to call them like
Yes.
rail ejection seats or something.
See you later, guys.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks for clearing that up. Thought they were rail bed. I see. Now I understand.
I think
now
I
it makes
understand.
perfect sense.
I think I
I think I
understand.
understand.
I-
Yeah, it's like, oh man, you know, you lay down in the middle of a highway and then sue whoever runs over you.
Right.
They should
Why
have been
not?
watching. They were negligent. They weren't watching for somebody sleeping on the road.
Let's
on the,
just hope
on
they
the
throw it
railroad.
out.
If
Let's
they
hope.
don't,
Yeah.
then I'm moving to France.
France.
France, it's France.
Last week it was France.
Now it's France.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to move there, you have to say it like they do.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
France. It's but it's the Tour de France. It's not France.
Yeah, I'd be throwing half these cases out because you're tying up, you're delaying real cases.
They should to throw it out. What was it? What we used to call it the
With extreme
I
prejudice?
think you're an idiot clause.
There needs to be one.
They
if there
throw it
isn't.
out on the I think you're an idiot clause.
That's the here's your sign clause.
Here's your sign clause.
from
Okay.
the billing.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's your sign.
Well, probably none of them have ever seen that. So I think here, you know, you're an idiot. You're an idiot clause. I think
All right.
they should just throw it out.
Well,
He's the
Or
only-
the are you out of your mind clause.
Bill Engvall is the only one of that group that I think is really funny.
me too. I agree.
I
This
don't
is
see how
the-
people can laugh at Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But Engvall really is funny.
And
at times.
Engvall is funny. And Foxworthy, you might be a redneck if. You know,
Oh, he's
he
been
built a
milking that
career
for-
on that. You know.
Oh, sure. Well, that's what most people do. They build it
Right.
on one thing. But the cable, they were supposedly there was a thing they were doing the other day. I didn't. Somebody told me about this, and your redneck. What's his name?
Foxworthy.
Foxworthy
Jeff
says,
Fox,
"Oh, I think all people urinate in the pool."
Mm.
And then the next guy, that's the guy that does Engvall. Is that him?
Bill Engvall. Hmm?
What's his name?
Bill Engvall?
Doesn't he have a name?
No.
They
No.
call him something. Anyway,
There's Larry the Cable Guy.
he's the other guy. So then that guy says, "Well, I think all people urinate in the shower." And then Larry the Cable Guy says, "Well, I think all people urinate in the sink." It's like so. It's like, oh,
It just gets a little bit worse every
disgusting.
time.
It's disgusting. He's like that all the time, though. I mean, he's the disgusting one. Sort of like Mike. Of us, he's a disgusting one of the three of us. So.
But we've got him checked into one song a week.
Well, good
one
luck.
Disgusting segment a week.
No, disgusting song week. You didn't say anything about a segment.
Well, it's a song segment. One song is a segment, or could be.
No, it isn't.
Oh, now he's nitpicking.
Oh, well, who did I learn that from?
I don't know. Doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
Just
I don't do that.
If
Oh,
we,
no,
if we
no,
jumped off a
but-
bridge, would you jump off a bridge too?
No, I'd be standing there clapping. Yeah,
I'm not that picky.
nice gainer.
He's not that picky.
Oh, please.
Oh, Jay.
What?
How can you sit there and lie like
true.
that?
Oh, God.
I just try to keep the. I just
Not
try
that picky.
I'm just policing your mental.
Oh, it's
your
thinking.
Policing.
He's
yeah.
not picky. He's policey.
Right.
Somebody's got to hold you.
Pete
on the line.
Policey.
Yeah. Poor Pete, he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, he's not with us anymore.
Oh well,
No places to get thrown out of anymore.
I guess not. So anyway, what?
You know who was at? Oh, I was at the. I was at the Peter Rowan Tony Rice concert,
Mhm.
and guess who showed up to dance?
Not Beetle Bob.
Our buddy Beetle Bob. Yes,
Did they say anything? to him?
he didn't go down front.
Oh, he should have gone down in front.
That's
He really should have.
he should have, but he danced in the back,
Oh, that's just too bad.
in the last row, in
He
the
should have-
dark.
He should have been right up there.
Yeah,
just right up by the.
It
by
was
the
kind of
speakers.
it was a little pathetic actually.
Why?
It always is.
Oh, stop it!
No, it's
Don't
not
trash
always is.
Beetle
I mean, if
Bob.
it's a rock and roll show, you're up by the speaker, then it's you can understand. But in the back, standing at your seat, just dancing the whole
he was
concert.
dancing at the John Renborn show.
I know.
Please.
It's amazing,
God's
isn't
sake.
it?
He moves like Jerry Lewis with bad hemorrhoid flare up.
Oh, stop.
Well, you're just jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm jealous because I can't do that.
Right. Hi, you're on the air.
Beetle Bob danced to the Willie Nelson Bob Dylan concert.
Oh, I'm sure he was there. Oh, sure he would be there. He was at the Willie Nelson concert we went to at Mississippi Nights, Jay. Yeah, he likes them. Oh, I couldn't imagine he wouldn't be there. So yeah.
I hear the.
Did you go? You went to the show?
Yeah.
How was it? I heard Bob was a little less than stellar.
Well, he had a real good band, but his voice is kind of hard to listen to.
Well, it's always been hard to listen to.
Yeah, but more so now.
Even more, huh? You can't understand anything he says now.
I think maybe he has written some new material, though. He doesn't do all those old songs like Tambourine Man and
No.
He hasn't done that in a long time.
No, every once in a while he'll drag one of those out, but I think the last time he was in town, didn't he sit and play piano the whole time?
that's what he did this time. Yeah.
Oh, he did. He was on piano the whole time.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, that's good for him. He's learning something new.
Talk to you later.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
Yeah, I mean he's what? He's 63 or 64, 62.
62, I think.
Yeah, boy, he's old, man.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Jagger's 62. He might be older than
Jagger just
I
turned
think he's
62.
older than.
So maybe
I think he was
Bob.
born in.
France.
I think he was born in 41.
France.
41.
France.
Hi, you're on the air.
This is Brant.
Hey,
Hey,
Brad.
Brant.
I vote for
We're not
Beetle
voting.
Bob Day at the Symphony.
We're not voting.
I was just going to suggest that when the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
That'd be
gets
great
their
to see him
tours.
dancing up by the speaker.
Yeah. There's a new restaurant in town that's serving haggis.
Boy, am I excited.
That one on over on Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
It's called Scottish Arms.
the Haggis
Okay.
Hut.
The Haggis Hut, right?
Yeah, and it's not so bad.
Oh, you had it?
Yeah, but you know what? I liked... Who's the guy that made it every year for you?
Well, that was Bryce.
And it was only one time.
I like that.
Nah.
That's the best haggis I've ever had.
No, it didn't taste like the haggis we had over there.
Oh, I thought it was good. It
No,
was
well.
flaky. The stomach was flaky. But I said, next time, this is the Scottish Arms. I want arms
There you go.
in there, not just organ meats, but
Yeah,
arms.
you want sheep arms, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the haggis we had in Scotland was edible.
Hmm.
And Bryce's, that aftertaste was just too bad. It was just bad.
Maybe there was still some swill in the bottom of the
It's something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, but it's that. It's
But-
it's just the taste. If you can get the taste of that innard meat out of there. It's like then it's not so
Oh,
bad.
now.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you that you didn't have that aftertaste when I had it in Scotland. So
Well, anyway, so that's that. I think I'm going to start doing restaurant reviews for you.
that sounds good.
Yeah, and also
From around the world or just locally?
maybe you might get a call from me somewhere.
I think around the world would be good.
Maybe, but the inaccessible location. But I also want to tell you there's a new Afghan restaurant. Have you seen that?
It's down on Grand.
South Grand,
That was
that's
the
it.
old Gulf Coast Cafe.
Yeah, I went in
Gulf
there.
Coast Cafe. I never heard of that. So.
First
That's
thing,
why they're not there anymore.
Yeah,
You
no
didn't
kidding.
go to them.
first thing I said to the owner was, "Man hoshkal hastam jun inja dar San Luis."
Which means I want to eat the St. Louis phone directory. I think is what you were saying.
Jola, restaurante Afghani Rodorim.
Okay, and
So-
that means hello?
No, it's. I am happy because now in St. Louis we have our very own Afghani restaurant. So that's Persian.
And was he impressed or did he laugh?
Oh, he was freaked. So, but anyway, it's
How did you learn to speak Afghani?
well, you knew I took Persian.
You took Persian. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's similar to Afghani?
It's almost the same. It's like
Oh,
the
I
difference between British English and American
Oh, okay, there you go.
English.
It's just an accent, huh?
Well, then what's
Yeah.
Farsi?
Hmm?
What's Farsi?
It's Persian.
That's
Iranian
the same
language.
thing, isn't it? Okay, but that's. Do you know that then? Is that what you know, or is there a
I know
more
it well enough
our
to-
traditional?
I was
Persian?
going to go to Iran, but new president.
Yeah, good idea.
What's
No.
farcical?
Huh?
What's farcical?
Farcical.
I don't know
He's
what
being
I don't know what he's
stupid
talking
again.
about.
He's being silly.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh,
I don't know what you-
farcical.
Yeah,
Farcical.
It's a legitimate
Farcical,
question.
it's a 3.5-wheeled bike.
Okay, a farcical. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a farcical. Will take you far. Ah!
Or a farcical is a Persian popsicle.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It really
Yeah, that's
is.
what you said about a haggis.
It's
About
it's
Bryce's
better-
haggis.
It's better than the haggis.
So how are we supposed to believe you about anything now?
Why? Why wouldn't you believe me?
Well, I mean, because
I'm your restaurant
we didn't
critic
think the
now.
haggis... Well, of course, yeah, if you're a restaurant critic, then you can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to
So I
it.
think you should go try the. It's like buffet right now, but
No, I'm not going to go try the local haggis.
What's the buffet? The Afghan or the?
the Afghan.
Oh, okay, that I would go try. What is typical Afghan fare?
It's in some ways it's kind of like Indian,
Oh, really?
but it's
How does it differ?
they
then?
don't cook the vegetables to their mush like the northern Indians do.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty nice.
I mean, but they have curry and stuff like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like it.
And then they have lamb,
Uh-huh.
a lot of lamb,
And hound.
a lot of lamb.
Yeah, they have hound. Yeah.
Goosefond is lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gooseband.
goosefond.
Yeah. I thought it was lamb.
And then
You don't
a
bend-
shepherd is
How do you get lamb from goose?
Well, it's not that. It's that you don't bend over to scoop it on your plate. You maintain to stand in an upright position
I
and hope
see.
for the best.
Go the goose up.
Right.
goosefond is a shepherd.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Goose fondant is a shepherd.
Goose Van Dam.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Jean-Claude Van Damme?
What about his mouth? Okay, well, listen, we'll look forward to your next restaurant review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was scintillating.
Yeah, it certainly makes me want to run out to the Afghan place.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I said it makes me want to run right out to the Afghan place. No, it's actually, I did go to one in Minneapolis. It was quite good.
Yeah, Afghan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's supposed to be that new Cuban Creole restaurant there in Maplewood.
They're not open yet, though.
Yeah, I know. I drove by it the other day. It's like, wow. I had been hearing about it. So
Cuban Creole.
It's,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like probably Haitian,
There are a lot of Creoles in Cuba?
Cuban and Haitian.
No, it's Boogaloo. That's the same guy that does Momo's.
Boogaloo?
Yeah, it's the
What are
name
you
of the
talking
place. That's the name of the restaurant.
Momo's. It's the Momo's, the same.
Boogaloo?
owner?
Same people, same owner.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I know one of the owners there at Momo's.
Which one?
Maz.
What's
He's
Momo?
the Iranian guy.
I don't know. It's Mediterranean
Well, it's yeah.
tapas.
Like-
They're gonna do small plates there too. All right. Well, thank you, Brant.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. See ya.
See you. I feel much better about the Blues' chances this year.
Good.
Because today they announced the signing of Zach Fitzgerald and Lee Stempniak.
Well, there you go. You feel now you feel much better?
I think their chances
Lee
are just
Stempniak ought to really get him going.
I think their chances have gone up considerably.
Well, I guess we got some announcements to do. We'll be back in a few minutes. It's the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show.